Uriah, another. Oh, okay.
How in the world you always get the first question?
I
Did
mean,
y'all, did y'all sign something with him?
I've got stuff on all of them, every last one of them. They know I'll go to the police with it too. I've been doing this for 15 years. I got to get something. Well, you're right. Talk about it, man. Main event. I mean, again, is it still like special, like a big thing for you, or is it just like, yeah, this is just my career at this point?
Wait, say that again?
To be in a main event, to be featured in a UFC main event, is it still a big thing for you, or like an honor, or is it just like, well, here's where we are. It's just work.
It's work. You show up, you do your job, you get paid, and you get out.
But does it bring anything when you're at the top of the bill and you're on the poster? Does that make it more fun or exciting for you?
Maybe the people that are watching, but to the athletes, we just got to show up. For the spectators, they're the one that's going to be thinking like that. I'm not thinking like that. Even hearing that question, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I've never looked at it like that.
Your last fight was obviously kind of a weird one, right? And I know it was kind of emotional for you. What did you take out after it? I mean, were you able to enjoy victory at all, or another win?
Well, shit happens, It was unfortunate. I checked it perfectly. I was taught to check the kick. He threw everything he had into it. I felt bad. It was a sucky night. Leading up to that fight, I wanted to get a crack at him. And, he was the first guy to beat me, so it was a little bit of emotion there. But at the same time, it was one of those, all right, we're running it back. Let's really see what's going to happen. Our career took different turns. You became champ. I became Ultimate Fighter dude, and we kind of rerouted and ended up in that position. So for it to happen the way it did, it sucked. And again, it goes back to people with their opinion. You can't call that a win. And I'm like, I checked the kick. You're supposed to check a kick. But it is what it is.
Is it hard for you, I almost hate to ask this, but to see that kind of thing happen? You guys know what can happen when you go in there. You know what you're signing up for, right? But to see it happen, does that play in your mind at all the next time you go out?
Not really. Again, it goes back to people that are watching. They're the one that's like, oh my God. But this is the fight world, man. This is what we're bred for. All these athletes, who broke their arm and kept going, I broken my toe, I kept going, I broke my arm. I think Jacare broke his arm at the end. He was laughing. This is what we do. If you're on the outside just watching, yeah, you're going to be asking questions like that. But I encourage people to try to train or at least get in depth like that so they can really understand it. And I'm almost sure people are going to start asking the right questions if they start to train.
This win streak that you're on, I know it's been kind of weird when it's been the last one, all that, but it's the longest UFC win streak you've had. Can you point to anything in particular, like why you're getting the results right now?
It's just focus. I'm focused. For a while I've been gym hopping, and I guess since I left The Ultimate Fighter, I was trying to find my place. I grew up in this gym back in New York, and it's mainly what I knew for that time frame. And afterwards, I went to different gyms. I trained in Portland, Oregon at one time. I was just trying to find my home. And I think the last place I was with Kelvin back in King's MMA. And Rafael is one of the greatest. I had no beef and no nothing. He always welcomed me. Even when I was in California, he's like, yeah, come train. But a part of me felt like I didn't have a home, and I spoke to Kelvin about it, and he said, yeah, man, I remember traveling so much, and I felt like I needed that home. So after taking the chance to go to Dallas and, train at Fortis, sat down with, Safe, and, I remember we were in Sweden in the middle of nowhere on the ground. He's telling me, yeah, you should fight this dude. And I'm like, he's my friend. And he just kind of broke stuff down, and, it was a good camaraderie. And just like dancing, you're going to step on each other's toes, but eventually you find each other's rhythm. And that's what we found. We found each other's rhythm. The support system there, I'm in love with. With the training environment at Fortis, we're a strong team. The communication between the coaches, and that brought structure. And I'm very good when it comes to structure. When I have structure, I'm balanced. And I felt like I was out of structure. I was all over the place. But the martial arts mentality of me, I didn't quit, because that's something we were taught at a younger in my age, to not quit. I didn't know how to quit, so I still try to find my place And maybe people say, hey, you found it later. I heard someone said age is a factor. I'm like, okay, I feel like Benjamin Button. I don't know what you're talking about. But, it's the mindset. It's all about the mindset.
Fantastic. So this is a big fight. What do you think about the matchup when they presented it to you? I mean, what appealed to you about this fight?
I mean, I've been trying to get a crack at the top 5, but there's politics in this sport. It is what it is, but I show up. I don't remember ever calling out of a sick day. The last time I should have called out, I collapsed. I'm the guy that says, I'll fight with a broken arm, with a missing leg, because that's a warrior's mentality. We're supposed to show up. There's no sick days. But I think most of the people were booked, and he might have been the only ones left. I mean, on paper, it didn't really make sense because he's ranked behind me, but it's business, man. It's business.
You guys have some history together? I mean, does that factor in at all? Did you guys cross paths much?
We used to train back in the day, whether it was at King's or Extreme Couture. But it was always a fight. With Sean, it was always a fight. Like, bro, we're here to spar. And, I just remember those wild times. And I'm like, I can't train with this dude. But every time he would see me, he's like, hey, man, let's get some sparring. And I'm like, yeah, it's not happening, bro. But, he took his route. I took mine. And I guess, a couple of days we get to see where we're at.
Nice. And last thing for me, I guess, like you said, there's politics and there's all those things. But do you feel like you deserve something? Is there like a name or a rank or like what you deserve if you win here? Because as you said, you're the one kind of putting your rep on the line in this one.
Absolutely. I am looking forward to the champ, man. I got nothing bad to say. I'm not here to start any BS. I know the media twist my words. Like one time I said, yeah, man, I'll fight that fucker. And they were like, Uriah Hall said he'll fight this fucker. I'm like, yeah, but I didn't mean it like that. It was like, I'll fight this guy. That's how we talk in New York. But whatever. But I'm excited because, he came on the platform and, he's an exciting style. I think my style is perfectly matched up for his. But, you got to play the game. There's a few dudes ahead of me. So I got to take him out and get to him. But he's the motivation because I like that style. I understand that style. And, again, nothing bad to say about him. He's a champ. He got to where he had to get to. He, played his role. He did his job. And I just want to crack at it. That's it.
Hey, right. Going back to Sean, he was here earlier, and we were asking him about his sort of growing reputation as a guy who spars very, very hard. And he says that actually you're a bit similar in a certain sense. And this was the quote I want to read that he said. He said, Uriah's like the hidden psychopath. I'll tell you I like to hurt you. Uriah's the kind of guy who'll knock you out, ask you if you're okay, and then go home and beat his fucking dick off to it before he goes to bed.
Wow.
He said he did say he liked you as well.
That's very interesting. If anyone knocks you out, apologize and go home and jerk off over it, you're fucking sick. That's the weirdest shit. But that's Sean. He says weird shit that makes no fucking sense. Like, what the fuck are you talking? What planet are you on? But you know what? That's him. That's his style. People love it. It translates to his awkward style, and it makes him like, what's going on here? And, key factors is to stay calm and stay composed and do what you need to do to finish a guy like that. But, yeah, I don't know what the hell he's talking about. When someone hits you hard, my natural reaction is to hit him back hard. If they hit me hard, I'm like, bang, you good? And they hit me hard again, I'm like, bang, you sure you good? That's how it works. So some people don't understand their power. I can say Sean has cracked me a bunch of times. I'm like, all right, motherfucker, this is what we're doing? No problem. And that's my retaliation. That's it.
I mean, he was having fun up here. He was always saying that the kids today are pussies and we need tougher wars and stuff like that.
I don't know about that, bro.
But
I want longevity. I don't know about that. I want my brain. I want to speak properly.
You were saying how he sort of says weird stuff and that's his style. We've seen him in the Apex start talking crazy to their opponents and stuff. If he starts doing that to you on fight night, do you think you have to make sure that you stay composed, or do you mind getting into that sort of back and forth with him and slugging it out?
I mean, I could talk shit too. I just choose not to. But if that's what he needs to do to win, then go for it, bro. It's cool.
He says stylistically this fight reminds him of Bisping versus Anderson, where Bisping had to come forward and sort of jab, and sort of keep Anderson on the back foot.
Is that right? I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Fair enough. Thank you.
Hey, Uriah. Going back to your last fight one more time, I guess when did it hit you and I guess like remind you that Chris Weidman broke his leg the same way that Anderson Silva did, and you beat them back to back. I mean, like, did it hit you like in the octagon, or was it back in the locker room?
Did it hit me that I broke his leg?
No, that both of them broke the leg.
Man, that's kind of hard to answer. I don't know. It's weird because we're all kind of play a circle with each other. It's weird, but yeah, it kind of sucked. You know, the funny thing is, when we were backstage before we were going to weigh in, and I was behind him, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, man, he doesn't look as big as he usually is. And I was like, his legs are really skinny. I'm sure if I kick the shit out of him, I could break his leg. I remember saying that to myself. Because I'm looking at him, I'm like, all right, what's the weak spot? He's strong at wrestling. He's got good arms. His legs are skinny to normal. I should probably kick him. I thought of that, but yeah, shit happens.
I saw that you posted, when the UFC posted your Adam Silva knockout, you said, let's do another one, or let's do a new knockout.
Yes, please. Jesus fuck. Yo, can we post a video? I've never posted that video in my life. Ever. I mean, I get it. I'm the one-trick pony with that kick. I did something else with Gegard. I think that quick kick is cooler. Can we get some other fucking videos up there, UFC? Come on, man. That's it? That's all you got?
I mean, do you get tired of seeing it?
Yeah, I get tired of seeing it. Because it's like, that's it? All right, what else does this dude do, you know? It's cool, though, you know? I mean, I was telling someone a joke the other day, like, man, I could save a 25 passengers from a burning plane and catch a baby in midair and land in a parachute, and they'd be like, yeah, that's cool, but that kick you did, you know? It's like, they don't even care about all that stuff. So what's the nickname? One Trick Pony? Whatever. Let's get something new, man. Let's get some other cool shit. Or maybe I got to do some other cool shit.
I mean, you've kind of named yourself the Ultimate Fighter guy and the One Trick Pony. I mean.
Yeah, that was a young time. I'm getting old.
And then just for how was your training camp this time at Fortis? Is this your second or your third at Fortis?
Fight?
Fight, yeah.
Was it 3?
3?
I think 3. It's been good, man. Listen, since the pandemic hit, I think right after Antonio Carlos Jr., we stayed in camp. You know, I have some great people, man. My strength and conditioning coach just, you know, he's always trying to twist and turn things to make me better. And when I stay away a little bit too long, you know, like I got to catch up. So one of the key things we're trying to do is stay consistent. And after each fight, you know, I might take a break, but I'm always in the gym. I'm the last one to leave the gym. You know, I'll hit the bag after everyone left and stuff, because my old mentality is, you know, what do I have when I got nothing left? You know, where's that heart come in? And I just keep that mindset. But training camp is good, but you're constantly in training camp, you know? I think Bisping said it. You're constantly training. You're professional. This is my role. You know, I'm supposed to stay ready just in case someone gets hurt. I'm on deck.
And, I mean, how does it feel to, you know, you said you were Jim Roman, right? You were going from gym to gym to being the team captain.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've never been captain before. It's a cool thing, man. I think the situation that had happened where I stepped up to the plate made my coach recognize that, you know, I play a big part, and he wanted to give me that role. He saw the responsibility that I took, and I just took it because I didn't really think about me. I thought about this person. I thought about this person's career, and I wanted to help. So.
Finally, the barcode on your chest, what does that mean?
It's my mother's birthday. She told me never to get a tattoo. I'm like, all right. Plus, I don't think a tattoo would look good on me. I'm way too dark. Unless you have like that really white tattoo. I'll get that if I can. But anyways, she told me never get a tattoo. And when I was in England, my dumbass friend, he was like, come on, mate, stop being a pussy. You need to get a tattoo. All right, I guess I'll do it. I'm in England. YOLO. And then I got a tattoo. And I was like, shit, what am I going to get? My mom's going to kill me. Give me a barcode. And he was like, why? Just do it. And it was a scar I had on my chest, so they covered it with a barcode, and I said, put my mom's birthday on it. So my mom saw it. She was like, what the hell? I was like, Mom, relax. When you scan it, your birthday comes up. So she's probably going to see this video. I just thought of that. So that's the story behind the tattoo.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
It works, Mom. It works.
That English accent was quite special.
Right, that's Australian, yeah?
That's
I got a few.
Just wanted to follow up on that. When you had that realization after the fight that, I thought kicking Chris in the leg would break his leg and it broke. Is that entire experience just the weirdest thing you've ever dealt with in your fighting career?
No, I broke a teammate's leg like that. I broke my hand. I broke my toe, and I just kept going. It's like I adjust. When I broke my toe, I was like, okay, I have 3 more limbs. I'm good. You have to adjust. You know, if you're watching a kickboxer and a wrestler, I got to move. This guy's moving too much. Let me take away his legs. It's just adjusting. That's why I love the MMA because, it's a chess match in there. And like the Anderson fight, for example, it took me a while to watch that fight because of the commentary. I'm not going to get into that. But and my little brother was the one that said, no, you should watch it. And he made me realize the chess match and what was really going on besides the emotional part. Yeah, I didn't want to hurt Anderson because, I felt like he was like a dad. I was shutting his style down because I watched him so much and I knew everything about him, and it caused him to not throw. It caused him to kind of play this petty game, and then we were doing back and forth, and we were both waiting. It was such an interesting chess match. And, it took me a while to watch it, and I was like, okay, I really appreciate that because I was like, oh, man, I didn't do much. You threw 11 punches. You started listening to the media and everybody. I was like, oh, yeah, I suck. I shouldn't have done that. But then when I rewatched it, I was like, shit, I did a good job. It was a chess match. But the only way to really understand it is being in there, When you're on the limelight watching, obviously, you're going to have your own opinion. Everybody wants to see a bloodbath. Fuck that. I'm trying to live. I'm okay with dying, but let me do it gracefully.
I know fighting Anderson was a very emotional experience for you, so was it then cool to see him go and win the boxing match and show flashes of his ultimate?
Hell yeah, it was cool, man. Who's he fighting next? Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
Rumored to be fighting Logan Paul.
Is he really fighting? It's gonna happen. He's getting paid. It was cool, man. It was like, yo, this dude still got it. Everyone's like, age is a factor. I'm like, okay. Like, I remember when Bisping was like, he needs to go forward and just punch Anderson. You have to keep Anderson back. And I'm like, motherfucker, you fought Anderson. You know what he's capable of. I'm not just going to run at Anderson. Like, who does that? But the best chess match I ever had. My British accent is on point.
It's okay. it's okay.
Hello.
You sound like one of the creepy ones talking to women on the street. Hello.
Hello. Is that it?